Hi, so I think we have viewers joining in. Let's wait for another 1 or 2 minutes so that we have more people that is joining us. Hi everybody. Okay. Hi, so I am Diana Conkham, the representative of Bay Atlantic University. Just a moment. Just give me a moment, trying to sort out one of these things. Okay. So I will just give you a little brief about my institution, and then we can start on with the questions that you have, any doubts that you have. So Bay Atlantic University is a private university. We are in Washington, D.C., one of the most primus of the location of Washington, D.C., just 1 block away from the White House. Now, we have courses, which are mostly related to business. We have our MBA courses, which is ranked number 22 in the country. Then we have our Masters in Cybersecurity program, which is ranked number 25. So we have courses both for masters as well as your UG courses, your bachelor's courses. So if I have to give you a little idea about the courses that we have Business of Art, Administration and Management, Bachelor's of Arts in Business Administration and Management. Then we have Bachelor's of Arts in Economic and Finance. We have in Political Science and International Relation. Then Science and Information Technology. We have our MBA programs. Then we have our Masters of Science in Big Data Analytics and in Cybersecurity. So these are the courses that we're offering for the January intake. And one very good, benefit about Bay Atlantic University is that, we do not differentiate student just because we have student who has a little, lower GPA rates on their previous examination. Our way of giving scholarship to student is mainly based on your scholarship essay or your GPA. So we have 2 ways of accepting or granting scholarship to students. That is one very good unique point about Bay Atlantic University. Next, another if I have to talk to you about another good thing about Bay Atlantic University is the fact that we accept your application on the basis of your medium of instruction. So by medium of instruction, when I'm telling you, it is that We do not look specifically into any of the English proficiency test scores result. As long as you have studied in a school or in a college wherein your medium of instruction was English, we are happy to accept your application. So these are two very unique points about Bay Atlantic University. Another good thing about Bay Atlantic University is that our affordability is very good, and our affordability in the terms of our course tuition fees are very affordable for students. We also give the opportunity for students to make that payment on even a monthly basis. We do not ask students like, you have to complete your payment in one go, you have to make a payment for a year. We are happy to take in monthly payments, we are happy to take in semester wise payment. So regarding even your payment and affordability, we are very flexible. Now I've just mentioned about the scholarships that we are offering. So we offer up to 35% scholarship to students on the basis of their scholarship essay. So it doesn't matter, like for example, you have only the eligible marks to apply to Bay Atlantic University. Still, you will be able to apply for scholarship by writing an essay wherein you'll be explaining to us why the university should grant you scholarships. So very flexible, very good opportunities we give to students. Now, as I said, it's in the hub of Washington DC. For your exam scores, we are happy to take in 60% for any student that is applying for a master's score. And if I talk about in GPA, for PG, we are taking 2.5. And for a UG student, we are taking 2 GPA, 2.0 GPA, which is around 50 to 55% of your scores. Now, our course starts from $18,500, and on that also you will be able to get up to 35% off scholarship. Next, I'm happy to tell you that we have waived off all our application charges. We do not have any application charges. We do have an I-20 deposit of $200, which will be refunded in case your visa doesn't get through, and in case it gets through and you get admitted to Bay Atlantic University, it will be adjusted with your first year's tuition fees. Now we have our intake open for January, and we have very less time to tell you because our deadline is by the 1st of October. So I would suggest students who are interested should apply at the earliest. Now, if anybody has any questions, please feel free to put it in. I think I have a question by Ranbir Singh, pass out 2020 arts. Sorry Ranbir ji, I'm looking after USA, and I think other representative of Canada will be able to give you a more detailed information about Canada. Alright, how much fund is required to show? For Bay Atlantic University, we require around $24,000 for a UG course and around $25,000 for a PG course. Any other questions? I'll be free to take in. Any questions regarding not just in general with Bay Atlantic University? If you have any question regarding USA, any doubt, any clarity you want, please feel free to type in. So see, I think people have this notion of USA that it is difficult to get a visa. Let me tell you, it is not difficult to get a visa for USA. It's all about your personality in USA. And see, personality, your confidence, it can all be groomed. And that is the reason why we have groups like, we have partners like WWICS who are very famous in bringing out the best of the best potential in a student. So US, you have WWICS team, plus you have our international team who will be helping you in grooming that student, especially for your visa interview, when you sit in front of the embassy personnel, then we will be giving you all the trainings for that. See, LOR and SOP for admission for UG courses, we do not require any LOR or any SOP, but for specific master's courses there might be requirement, but that will be given to you as per the profile. Usually we do not require any LOR or SOP. Show money will be $24,000 for a UG course and $25,000 for a PG course. Okay, completed my bachelor's. Yes, you are eligible. On the basis of your 75%, you might get up to 15% of scholarship, but then if you want to increase that, you can just write a scholarship essay and you can be eligible up to 35% of our scholarship. Show money, 90%. How fun shows we have to see in USA. When I talk about fun shows, it does not have to be a 3-month-old fund. Funds can be even a day old, especially for Bay Atlantic University. And when I'm asking for a fund show, we just want your account statement. We do not want your ITR. We do not want all your return file. We just want your account statement for the last three months. No, that is how your fund shows will be. That will be around $24,000. See, if Ashish ji, I think she will get a very good scholarship in Bay Atlantic University because she has such good scores. She will be eligible for at least 30 to 35% of scholarship in Bay Atlantic University. On how much fund shows we have. So see, in Bay Atlantic University, we do not have the requirement of maths and science, even if you're applying for an MBA program. Anybody coming from an arts stream is also eligible for applying to an MBA program or a cybersecurity program. There is no such, compulsory requirements for maths and science. So it's up to your choice which course you want to take up, and please make sure that whatever course you're taking up is related to the previous course and that has some connection with your future plans or with the previous courses that you've done. There should be a relevance, because see, when you are sitting for an embassy interview, this is going to be asked to you why you are taking up that course. What are your future plans if you are a UG student? And if you are a PG student, they will see the relevance of the course that you're taking up as compared to the courses that you have done before. So we need to keep that in mind whenever we are selecting a course for USA. So the PG program that Bay Atlantic University is offering is, number one, we have MBA programs, then we have Masters of Science in Big Data Analytics, and we have Masters of Science in Cybersecurity. Okay. For UG, we are accepting a gap of 3 years. In case you don't have any explanation, 3 years is the gap that we're accepting. But if you have a proper explanation, then we are happy to even take up 5 years of gap in your UG. And PG, we do not have a limit of years. As long as you have a justification for that gap, we are happy to take your application. Offer letter will be given to you within 2 weeks. So basically, right now, since the intake is closing and our deadline is approaching, offer letters are even released within a week. Then after that, we will take another 1 week or so for your I-20. Any other questions? We require 3 months bank statement, latest 3 months bank statement. So funds can be even third party. It can be sponsored by any of your relatives, or that's not a problem with the sponsorship. So there is no application charges. Application charges is waived off. So there is no application charges for Bay Atlantic University. Yes, fund show will be required at the time of sending in your application. You will have to give us your latest 3 months bank statement. No, GMAT is not mandatory for MBA program. Neither is GRE. We do not require GRE GMAT for our MBA programs. So as I said, like today we are sitting on the 23rd of September, and our intake is closing by the 1st of October, so we have a very limited time for us to apply. In case you want your profile accessed, you want your profiles to be checked, please feel free and send it to WWICS, and we will try and process your profile before the intake closes. MBA length is for 2 years. Yes, we do provide work permit after studies. So in USA, we have 2 types of work permit that we are offering to students. One is your OPT, which is your optional practical training, and one is your CPT, which is your curricular practical training. Now, if I explain to you in simple terms, your optional practical training is basically the internships that you do in India. So that's your optional practical training. CPT is after your post-study work visa, a post-study work permit, wherein you will be given a certain amount of time by the USA government for you to work and explore the courses that you have studied. So if I talk about our courses, we provide 1 year of post-study work permit. So MBA yearly, the course fee will be around $20,000. And of course, you can apply for scholarship. I think you will have to send me your profile. You have to send me the question that is raised for cybersecurity. Please send us your profile. I will have to assess it previously, what are the courses you've taken, and then I will be able to give you very detailed counseling for that. So either please send it to WWICS. So that, yes, of course, after BCA you can do it, but let me just have a look at the courses that you've taken plus the scorings that you have. Cybersecurity is a very good course that is giving out a lot of job opportunities when I'm talking about USA. But let's have a look at your profile, and then we can give you a very clear answer to this. So at the time of Mr. Gautam, so at the time of application, we will require transcripts. Transcripts basically your 10th mark sheet, your 12 if you're applying for a UG program. In case you're applying for a master's program, then your graduation certificate. Bank statement, I will require your account statement for 3 months. Then in case you have an Ielts score, then give me your Ielts certificate, the scorecard. In case you don't have an IELTS score, give me a certificate wherein your institution has given, an acceptation that you have studied in a medium of instruction which was English. And other than IELTS, we are also accepting PT, Duolingo, TOEFL. So all these exams are accepted in BAU. We do not require any evaluation, even for an MBA program. No evaluation is required. Now, if I give you a little idea about the living cost of living in when you are getting admitted to Bay Atlantic will be around $10,000 approximately. That will be your cost of living. UG degrees are for 4 years. Yes, we do prepare our students for the embassy interview. We give mock interviews. We are going to conduct mock interviews. We are going to conduct training sessions for the candidate. Once the student receives an appointment from the embassy and they inform us or intimate us that this is the day that you are going to be sitting for your embassy interview, we will start our training process. We will start our mock interviews. We even get our international team on board to, train the students for the embassy interviews. We do provide, the assistance for embassy interview. We even groom a student as to what the student's supposed to wear, how the student's supposed to sit, how the student's supposed to talk, what kind of attire you should be carrying, how your body language should be once you enter the embassy. All this training will be done from our end. We even guide our students as to what they are supposed to maintain on your social media platforms, what you're supposed to be looking at and what you're not supposed to be looking at before sitting for embassy interview. Karandeep ji, you're more than welcome to work in USA, but currently we are discussing about the F1 visa, wherein we are sending students to Bay Atlantic University to get this started and to get their career, give wings to their career so that they get best of the best jobs in the USA. You have from Sri Lanka 4 years fully completed diploma. Is it a diploma course that you've completed, or is it a degree course that you've completed for 4 years? Is it a UG program? Or because see, diplomas are usually for 2 years, so you have written like 4 years fully completed diploma. Which course have you done in your UG? Can you please give me an idea? You have 20 years of experience in civil engineering. See, honestly, giving you the right idea, the courses that I have, if you are interested in the MBA program, of course, you are more than eligible to apply for our, MBA programs. But I will need to see your profiles to give you more clear idea. How much is the cost till interview? So honestly telling you, till interview from the side of the university, we are not charging for admission, for application, but there will be a deposit of $200 for your I-20, which will be refunded in case your visa gets rejected. And in case your visa gets accepted, it will be adjusted with your tuition fees. So frankly, you will be paying $160 for your DS 160 and $350 for your service. So that's the only amount that you'll be spending till the interview. So service, anyways, you will have to pay a service even if you're applying for any other university, which is valid for a year. Your service ID is valid for a year. And your DS 160 is for your embassy booking, which is $160. Like I said, the location of our university is one of the most primest location. You can just imagine, just 1 block away from the White House. So accessibility is quite good over there. It is very welcoming to students. We have many Indian students that we have already sent in the last September intake, and already starting their course there. It's a very friendly environment over there. Now you must have heard a lot about racism. You must have heard a lot about all the hate crimes. You will find that very less in the institution or the university that you will be applying to, which is Bay Atlantic University. We have a very friendly team of, administrative team. You have very friendly seniors that will be guiding you all your way through. So, Karandeep ji, what will be your future plans after applying to Bay Atlantic University? For example, if I give you a course of MBA, what will be your reason, or what is your future plans after completing that course? So we need to get a clarity on that, so that we know that, see, our main aim of going through all this process is that you get your visas cleared. From the day you put in your application till the day you clear your interview, it is the hard work of WWICS, it is the hard work of Bay Atlantic University to get you to Bay Atlantic University. So when we are applying for an application, in the beginning we should be very clear with our thoughts, like why I'm applying for this course, what are my future plans after this, what is it going to help me in, so that it will be easy for you to crack the visa interview. Okay, Gautam ji, spousal cases, I would suggest, we do not recommend spousal cases at the time of application. We usually send spouses after a student completes 6 months in the campus, then we process with the dependency visa. If we put enough spousal cases together, the rejection is going to be quite high. So we usually suggest the student goes first, and then we process with the dependent visa after 6 months of completion of the course of the student. Yes, US offers post-study work permit. So there are 2 types of post-study work permit in USA. We have courses that is STEM designated courses. So when I'm talking about STEM designated courses, it is any course that's related to science, STEM, science, technology, engineering, maths. Anything that is related to this, you will get 3 years of post-study work visa. And if it is a non-STEM course, you will get 1 year of post-study work visa. Karanji, I think Poland work visa, WWICS will be able to assist you, because I am looking for USA, and my team, the team member from WWICS will connect with you and help you out with that. So in USA, it doesn't matter if you're applying to a college, you're applying to a university, whether it's private, public, every institution will offer you a post-study work permit. It can be either 1 year or it can be either 3 years, as per the course that you have taken up, but every institution will give you that. Uh, Siddiqui ji, I will not be able to answer any question regarding to Canada. My team from WWICS will connect with you. So now if I talk about the student, we have very small student size in all of our classes. We do not exceed more than 15 students in one class to make sure that the interaction of student and the faculty is at the maximum. So we have such facilities with Bay Atlantic University. And again, just a reminder, we are closing our application on the 1st of October. Please, anybody interested, connect with WWICS and get started with your application process. It is going to be a very smooth process for you. All the help that you need will be extended. Yes, of course, if I think my team will connect with you and we can process your application. So, we do accept IELTS, we do accept TOEFL, we do accept PTE, Duolingo. All these exams are accepted. We do not offer any conditional offer letter. At the time of application, we will need a complete set of documents, which will be your transcript, which is your 10th mark sheet, your 12th mark sheet. In case you have an IELTS score, your IELTS score. In case you don't have any English proficiency test score, give us an MOI certificate and your bank certificate. Your bank statement, that is all we need, and your passport, of course, when we are applying for Bay Atlantic, nothing more than that. So as I said, funds in USA is very flexible. Like your funds can be even a days old, like it can be just credited before. We do not see how old is your fund. We are okay with fresh funds, but we require the latest 3 months bank statement when you're applying for BAU. Okay, Karandeep ji, I think WWICS team will connect with you and help you with this. So in case you have an IELTS, we will be looking at somewhat around 6 overalls. That is the minimum requirement that we have in case you have an IELTS score. 6 overall IELTS is what we are looking at if you have IELTS. And even 5.5 we accept at times if the scores of the student is quite good, and then we can provide process with it. Now if we are talking about TOEFL, we're taking 70 for a UG, and Duolingo 75, PTE 48. For masters, the same, 66 overall IELTS and 80 in TOEFL and 90 in Duolingo. PTE also accepted. So with the English proficiency, we are quite flexible. We're okay if you have an IELTS score, we're okay if you have a TOEFL score, if you have a PTE score, we're okay with that. Even if you don't have any of the IELTS English proficiency test score, we are okay with you giving us an MOI certificate and we can process with your application. Hi, I'm good. Thank you for asking. A candidate, a student is allowed to work as an internship, but this has to be approved by the department head when they're studying. They are given a permit to do their OPT, which is their optional practical training for 12 months, but that has to be accepted by their respective department heads. And of course, every student has 20 hours a week. So in Bay Atlantic, we have 2 intakes. We have our September intake and we have a January intake. The intake that we're accepting application right now is for the January. It's for January intake. MOI has to be latest in the sense at least 1 year, not older than a year. Any more questions, any more query, any general queries about USA also, please feel free. I'm happy to answer. Also, I would like to mention that in Bay Atlantic University, we are providing 100% placement help, support, anything that a student requires after completion of the course will be all done by the administrative team at Bay Atlantic, and also your placement cell in Bay Atlantic. So see, this is a fact that once you get your US F1 visa and you go to the US, there is almost a 99% chance that you are not coming back, because you're always going to get a job over there. Job opportunities in USA is quite high. So there is a very good chance and a very good opportunity for you once you get your visa, that your life, your career is all going to be settled. Sorry. Anything else? Any more questions? Sorry. Any more questions? Please feel free. Okay, so just to wrap up everything that we've covered right now, I'll just give a little more a very brief conclusion to everything that we've talked right now. Bay Atlantic University, location Washington DC, just 1 block away from the White House, a private university. We're offering undergraduate and master's program. Our master's program in cybersecurity is ranked number 2 in the best programs. Our MBA program in entrepreneurship is ranked number 25. We are accepting applications with GPA 50 and above for a UG program and 60 and above for a PG program. Ielts, in case you have an IELTS score 5.5 overall, is good to go. In case you don't have any English proficiency test score, MOI certificate is good to go for you. Then our course fee starts from $18,000 for a UG course and $20,000 for a PG course, on which you are eligible of getting up to 35% of scholarship. Living cost is around $10,000 approximately. No application charges, excepting for January intake. Deadline of the January intake is the 1st of October. So send in your application, process your application. We will provide a whole support till you sit for your visa interview. Turnaround time for your offer letter is going to be 1 week. So simple wrap up of all that we have. Karandeep ji, I think you have queries regarding jobs, so that USA, of course, if you have a sponsor, you can go to the USA, but F1 you will have to apply to a university. All right. I think we can end the session then. It was nice interacting with everybody. Please connect with my team at WWICS for any more further queries. And I think we will catch up very soon again. All right. Thank you so much, everybody.